Hey, what's up? My name is Anil. Welcome back to my channel. If you've tuned in already, if you're here for the first time, hey, thanks for tuning in as well. Hey, what's up, YouTube? If this is your first time on my channel, thank you for tuning in. If you're returning, welcome back. So I want to come to you midweek just to be fully transparent about how trading is going right now. On my account, I opened it up with my demo account. I did put $500 in there, and my goal is to flip it to $1,000, and then reassess if I'm ready at that point to start trading with real money. I mean, that may not be a huge jump, but I will be doubling my account. I don't know how long that's going to take. It could take a month. It could take 6 months or a year. Who knows? But I got a feeling that trading strategy that it won't take as long once I get some consistency. So I wanted to check in and be fully transparent because this has not been a good start. Last week I finished out with some pretty good trades and I got like plus 90 pips. Well, what I've done this week has wiped all of that out and I've lost even more. Looking at my account now, I am down to 468, whereas fish starting the week I was up to 514. So I have really had some tough trades happen this week, and I just want to jump in, show you what I've been doing. Hopefully, you can learn something from this, and hopefully, I learn. Hopefully, I learn from it and don't make the same mistakes again.
All right, so here is the pair that has been like just destroying, destroying me, destroying like every analysis that I come up with. So, this is a pair where at the beginning of the week, I actually had a trend line drawn because I felt there was in a pullback. So, if you look right here, I had a trend line drawn from, let's see, from this high right here, this high, lower highs. So you had a bit of a downtrend there. So I had that drawn. Let me tighten that up. All right, there we go. So then you zoom into the 4 hour on this, and you see the trend line. You see it a lot more. See it a lot better anyway. It's a lot clearer. And at the beginning of the week, this is where we are. We were on this candle right here. And I said that I was looking for it to break through this trend line and head to the upside, which I was right about. So then I drew another trend line from this low. Where did I have it? Think to this low right here. And if you zoom down on the 1 hour, you see it more clear. So yeah, this is the trend line that I had drawn. And as you can see, this is the area beginning of the week. So you have when the market opened back up, it pushes above, breaks back down, closes below the initial downtrend trend line, which I am saying was really a pullback. Then you see a push above it. Then you see it hit the top of this zone here, come back down to the trend line. Great sign, right? So this is where I ended up entering the trade on this indecision candle right here. So I entered the trade there. I set my stop up under this low. And that was about a let's just go ahead and map this out. So indecision candle right here. So 38 pips. And then I was expecting to take this up to here. So this was a nice 3-to-1 trade, right? But what ended up happening was I got nervous, y'all. I saw price. Well, I was asleep. Price went up. When I woke up, price come back down. So price, let me move this out of the way. So price had come back down into this area right here. And this is where I started thinking like, okay, is this about to head back down? Because there was only a break of the zone, but then it quickly retreated back down and I exited the trade right here. And at that point, I was up maybe like $1 or something like that. So price then comes down. I still wouldn't have been tagged out of my trade because my stop is way down here. And then it bounces up. And here in this area, this is where this candle, this long green candle right here, was actually pushing up and then retreating back, pushing up, retreating back. This candle as well. These were both very volatile for a moment. I'm not sure what happened. This was on Monday. Or no. Okay, start over. So it was on these candles, right? Because it was the same day I got out of the trade, price started retreating back. It came back down here, and then there was this green candle right here where it was pushing up, coming back down, pushing up, coming back down, pushing up, coming back down. And I was like, wow, okay, maybe I was wrong about this. Like, why did I get out of that trade? I had a really good entry. So I was having a tough time, and then I see price push up, and I'm like, oh, I'm just like really, really frustrated that I got out of the initial trade. So then it pushes up above this next zone here, which is what I would expect it to do. What I expected it to do anyway. And once it pushed up, once I saw, let me see. Well, let me just say it's right. Cause I want to delete these. These are getting on my nerve. These long position things, so you can see exactly where what your stop and your take profit looks like. So I entered the trade right in there and quickly got stopped out. I put it just below the zone, and I quickly got stopped out on this candle here. So I was in this trade for what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours before I got stopped out. And most of the time I spent in drawdown, very little time and profit. Then you see it stopped me out, then it pushed even higher. So it pushed up here, and I'm like, okay, this is like really getting annoying because at this point now, 2 trades I've been in for this same pair and neither one has worked out. Although if I stayed in the first one, it would have worked out. So then price drops back down into this zone, and I'm looking at like, okay, I'm not gonna jump into a trade until I get confirmation. So then it heads even further down, and I get this hammer candle right here. So let me delete that, and let's see, can I move this over? Okay. So I get this hammer candle right here, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hop back into this because I trade hammers, right? So as you can see, I entered right there. Price went up a little bit, dropped, hit the trend line, and I'm like, okay, hit the trend line and bounces back up. So I'm like, okay, good. Then, whew, then what happens? It taps me out on this candle right here. Stops me out. Super frustrated at this point. So, and that was this morning when that happened. 3 a.m. So I wake up to an alert um, that stopped out when I thought for sure that this trade right here will work out off of this hammer candle. So today, man, oh man, I completely lost composure. And as you can see, you got two trades right here. Neither one worked out. Both of them I entered, and they were pretty silly entries and got stopped out. So now you see where price is back into this original resistance zone, which I, I'm gonna say is pretty much, I don't know, maybe useless at this point because price has gone up and through it so many different times at this at this point. So I'm gonna delete these. And for me, what has helped, because I had to kind of, I decided just a couple of hours ago, like, okay, I need to regroup. So it's deleting these trend lines, deleting all of this mess so that I can see the charts without the clutter and just start back from scratch with where I feel like this pair is going and what I see, and not work off of the old analysis that has caused me to lose what four or five trades on the same pair. And the price has actually gone pretty much in the direction that I wanted it to. So very frustrating, but I'm learning how to compose myself because I'm like really annoyed at this point. But it's pointless to be annoyed. It's pointless to be frustrated because I mean the market is gonna do what the market does. I have no control over that, and now I just have to make sure that I'm trading at major zones where the big money is trading. Sorry if y'all can hear my son. He's like having a good old time yelling. But yes, this is where we are. Um, I made some other trades too. Those weren't silly trades. They were just tough trades, like this one here on the New Zealand dollar. I entered a trade up in here, um, just based off of the pattern. I was seeing that price was retreating out of this zone, so I took a sell, and I got stopped out, and then price ended up going beyond my target price at this point by now. So I was just early. So I mean, you could say the analysis is wrong if it was early, but it was definitely. I mean, price ended up going in the direction, but I was just early. So yeah, I got to get rid of these. Those things annoy me, but I leave them up so I can remember to talk about it. Um. So yeah, that's where we are. I just want to share this because I mean this British pound, it got me pretty good um, over the past 2 days, and I got to regroup now to recoup the gains. So as you can see, I got two trades going right now. We'll see how those turn out. I have a one on the USD CAD, which is looking promising. Again, coming out of that same resistance zone and the trend line. So I'm gonna hold on to that one because as you can see, I mean, I made a trade earlier. What was that, Friday? And I took it from this area here down to this zone, and I wanted to take it here, which I could have, and it would have worked, but I jumped out. So got to hold on to those winners. So I'm gonna hold on to this one. I'm either it's either gonna hit my take profit or hit my stop loss, and I might trail this one, but then again I might not. I might just let everything play out the way it's gonna play out. So then the other trade I have going is this British pound, and I mean this one I'll be pretty hurt by too if it doesn't work out. But you see, it had this descending triangle, and it broke through the bottom, and then I saw like a little retest here, and then a move down. So I ended up taking that trade, and it right now it looks like I got in at the complete bottom. So that's embarrassing. Uh, so yeah, I mean, tough week so far, but I'm gonna turn it around. I'm gonna turn it around. I'm regrouping. I'm making sure my mindset is right. Right now, I'm in some drawdown with this trade, but we'll see how it works. So I was pretty close to my stop. I'm hoping it doesn't stop me out and then move lower, but we shall see.
All right, so I just want to debrief a little bit. So as you can see, I took some pretty bad trades, and I have to regroup because I'm quite frustrated right now with, really with myself and how I got away from my trading plan. Whereas I didn't trade out of key zones. In some instances, I did chase the trade where the trade started moving while I wasn't in front of the charts, and then I just started really hunting for a place that I can justify in my head of getting in because really I was experiencing FOMO. I had the fear of missing out. Like I really want to win trades, so to speak, and and that really affected my judgment. And as a result, I wasn't trading; I was gambling. And with that being said, you see the result. I wiped out some earlier gains and lost even more on top of that. Now, the one thing that I did do well, because I did do something well, is I did stick to trading my risk management plan. Rather, I stuck to that. Whereas I only risk 1% per trade. So that 1% is calculated out by how big of a stop loss I have. So whether that's 30 pips, 10 pips, 15 pips, the lot size I use is dependent upon the size of my stop loss, and it always calculates out to be 1% of my account. So that's one thing that I believe I did do well. I didn't get away from that. Like I wasn't trying to hit a home run with one trade and just betting the house on it. So it feels good to be able to say that because that wasn't always the case. I mean, there's times in the past where I would lose a trade, then I would double up my lot size on the next trade. Like, okay, I want to like win back my money and more. But see, when you start talking like that or thinking like that, I want to win back my money, then now you've already lost because that gambling mentality will cause you to blow your account. So, I mean, this is a lesson in overtrading, not sticking to your trade plan, and emotional trading. So take note of that. I hope you all got something out of this. If you like this video, like hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and then share it with somebody that could benefit from seeing my mistakes. All right, I'll catch you on the next video.